The graph shows y is equal to x cubed. Now, by drawing a suitable line or curve, solve the following equations correct to one decimal place. So the first equation is x cubed plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. And the second one is x to the 4th minus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So here we got the graph of y is equal to x cubed. Right, so the first case we have to solve x cubed plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. And we will need to make the left-hand side of this equal to y is equal to x cubed, because we've got the graph here of y is equal to x cubed. So that means here I will need to take 2x and add 5 to both sides. So doing that on the left-hand side, that's what LHS means, we get x cubed. On this side you're just going to get minus 2x plus 5. That means that we will now need to draw the line y is equal to minus 2x plus 5 onto the graph. If we use y is equal to mx plus c, that will be quite easy. So we'll start with the c, which is 5. So at the point here we'll put a point, and then the m stands for the gradient. So what the gradient of minus 2 means, for every 1, don't forget 1 is going to be about 5 squares on this graph, we go down 2. So the next point we would plot there, and again we can do it again along 1, which is 5 of those squares, and then down 2, and we can go back 1 as well. Taking our ruler, lining these points up very accurately, draw on our straight line graph y is equal to minus 2x plus 5. Now what gives me the solution of the equation is the point of intersection of the line and the curve, which is here. For the point, and you need to show this on your graph that you've got the answer to be 1.3. You only have to do it to one decimal place, so it's 1.3 would be a sensible answer. So the solution would be x is equal to 1.3 to one decimal place. Right, the second one's a little bit more difficult, but to solve we've got x to the power of 4, this is a quartic, minus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So again, what we're going to do is make the left-hand side y is equal to x cubed. So we've got here, because we've got the graph of y is equal to x cubed, and we're going to use this graph to solve this equation. So we have to do several steps here. We have to add 2x, add 4 to begin with. Let's just do that at one stage at a time. So that gives me x to the 4 is equal to 2x plus 4, but I want x cubed, because if I've got the graph of x cubed here, means I would have to divide both sides by x. If I do that, on this side I'm just going to get x cubed. 2x divided by x just gives me 2, and then 4 divided by x gives me 4 over x. So I'm going to have to draw the graph of y is equal to 2 over 4 over x onto the graph. Now to do this we'll need a table of results. I will block off this last one here, and maybe the best thing to do is to use the calculator function on the graph, or you'd have to do 2 plus 4 divided by minus 2, 2 plus 4 divided by minus 1.8. But it's easier if you know how to use the table function on your calculator. It's easy to come up with the correct numbers. So the step would have to be 0.2 in this case, and the starting value will be minus 2 and your end value will be 2. So minus 2, putting in the values, minus 0.22, minus 0.5, minus 0.86, minus 0.33, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4.7, minus 8, minus 18. 0 is not defined, because 4 divided by 0 you can't do, so it's actually said to be infinity. 22, 12, so 0.6 will be 8.57, 7, 6, 5.83, 4.86, 4.5, 4.22, and 4. Now what you need to do is plot those points carefully on the graph. So the first one will be here. So plotting the points very carefully on the graph, you will see that they make a curve. Okay, after this particular point, they go off the scale, so you don't need to plot them. And then the graph will start again here. You need to find where it starts. It's going to start at 7 up here. And then you need to plot the points up there. You can only plot the points on the graph which you actually have the scale for. Okay, so you need to draw these up in a nice smooth curve. Now you don't join this end up to this end, okay, because this is what's known in mathematics as a vertical asymptote. It's not actually defined at that point. So just need to draw a curve like that. Label the curve, y is equal to 2 plus 4 over x. Now the solution to the problem, to this equation, is given by the intersect here, So this will be minus 1.1, correct to 1 decimal place, and this one would be 1.6. Write down the solutions. The solutions are going to be x is minus 1.1 or x is equal to 1.6 to 1 decimal place. So this has been a video to show you how to use a y is equal to x cubed to solve another cubic and a quartic. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.